Hi, everybody. So my name is Naomi Gonzalez, and this is my student presentation from WDT 230 Web Frontend Development 1. And I choose to talk about the JavaScript event listener topic of week 6. In this presentation, I will be answering what are the event listeners, where in the code do we put them, the syntaxes, the different types of event listeners, examples, and why we should use it. Okay, so let's start with the beginning. Sorry. Okay, what is an event listener? An event listener is a JavaScript procedure or a method that awaits for an event to occur. And we can assign event listeners to particular events on a particular element. Next it's where code should we put it. Okay, so this is a quick example. We're going to see the first one is to put it in our HTML, and we can put it in the body or in the header, whichever you want to be. And script, and then in here we put everything, like all of our information, like we can paste this and put it here. But the second option that we are using and we're learning is that we need to create a file that ends with .js, and you can put everything here. And I really prefer that one because it's a lot more organized, it's a lot clearer, you already know where things are and everything. And just a quick review, remember that JavaScript is a scripting language, and this allows us to implement complex features on our websites. We can create dynamic updating content, like in the chambers of commerce, in the footer, that would put the last modification, the date and the time that we were using JavaScript. Or just last week that we need to put in certain days certain information. It's also done in JavaScript. We can do a lot of things. We can make interactive maps. Yeah, this is so amazing. Like the the HTML is just displaying text, and JavaScript, it helps us with the connection or with the user and the website. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of things that we can do, but we're focusing on event listener method. And yeah, let's just see this quick example. So we have our our heading, JavaScript event listener, and then this is an event with show click event on a button. And it's the bottom ID btn as a bottom. Click here, and then we go to the JavaScript and we get all of this information, and it's going to display, hi, this is a click event listener in JavaScript. So let's do it, and it's right there. Okay, and yeah, let's go now to see the syntaxes. So the first one is that we need to have an element. Okay, so the element that we want to use. So we put element dot add event listener, and we can take 3 parameters. The most common is to only use 2, and that's how we're using. We have been doing it. So the first one is the type of event that we want to listen. Now, how do we know which type of event we want? Well, there's this amazing list from NDN that gives us all of the information that we need. For example, for this time, we're going to use quick event. And you can see that it gives us examples. And it tells, okay, in your HTML, you need to have a button, okay? And then in the JavaScript, you need to put the variable, and then do the add event listener, like this is the element. So you can see, this is the element, then dot add event listener. And because we are doing the click element, then we're going to put click. And then in our syntaxes, it says that it's going to be a function. The function that runs when we do the event is. So when we do what we want, then it's going to be this function, okay? And it's going to display the click count on this, okay? So yeah, and then it's the use capture that basically is a true or false Boolean. This is optional. Great. So now let's go into the example. Yeah, we already saw that one. Let's see now this one. I don't know if we're taking the same classes or not. Right now in the semester, I'm taking a JavaScript one, and this example helped me so much in understanding this topic. So basically, it's real simple. We just need to add one number and then number two. And when we click at numbers, it has to display here the sum of these two numbers. But you know, we're clicking and nothing's happening. Well, we need to put our JavaScript syntaxes here. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is to the function declaration. We need to define the name that it's going to take for the two arguments. And yeah, this is it. It's function, and because we're doing an add, I'm going to put number one and number two. Oh, not 20. And then we want to return these two numbers, and we want them to be added. Yeah, so next step is to use this function declaration and define another function that can get us the two values that we put here, that the user puts. Okay, it's going to be function. And I don't know, we're going to put add numbers. And we're going to put how to say this variables, and we're going to pass it as an integers. And put the query selector to get the ID, and remember to put quotations and one, and then we need to get a value from it. So yeah, I did it correctly, and because we're passing two numbers, we're just going to copy and paste it. Oh yeah, and the idea is this one. Added n1 and added, oh sorry, and added n2. So yeah, that's why we put it right there. Great. So we already have these two, and we're going to put the result that it's going to add both of them. So add n1 and add n2. Great. So now we're going to assign the return number to the HTML form of the ID sum, because we wanted to put it the result here, okay, in this one. So we're still here. And we're going to put document query selector, and yeah, we're going to put the sum. It's going to remember to put it outside of the parentheses value, and it's going to give us the result. Sorry, I'm not really good at this. So yeah, and then now the final step is to add the event listener. So in this case, we're going to add the click one, just the one that we saw here. Okay, so it's going to be our element. That's going to be the first thing that we're going to put element. Once we have this, let's add numbers. This, you know, this function add numbers. We're going to put add event, sorry, not element, event listener, and then the event. Sorry, just confusing the words. Click, and then the function that we want to use. So yeah, basically we did all of these functions just to get our add event listener. Okay, so let's try it. I'm pretty sure it will work. Oh, wait, it's not working. Why is not? Oh, we need to save. Oh, it says type before add event listener. Oh, wait, was it wrong? Add numbers, add click number. Wait, what's wrong? Sorry, guys. Just give me a sec. Wait, this is not here. Add number one, number two, yes, return function, add numbers, add percent, and the value. Yeah, this is correct. And then we're going to get document query, some value plus result, document add selector, add numbers, that add event listener. Yeah, I already saw the mistake. We need to put add, yes, because it's an ID. Great. So now let's say, great, it's 7. So yeah, it doesn't matter which, yeah. So yeah, this is how it works. The add event listener, we can use a ton of them. You know, like we just saw the big, you know, we can tell how much we have. It's just amazing the things that we can do with this. And yeah, just wanted to share why should we use the event listener. Well, it gives us so much help to do the things that we want to do. The events are an important part of JavaScript. They help us, you know, like how the web pages respond based on the events that we want to do. Yeah, this is a really cool structure in web design. This allow us to add interactive functionality to the HTML events by listening to different events that can take place on, you know, like the page that we are creating. So yeah, in conclusion, with this JavaScript event listener topic is that we can see event listener design particular events on elements, you know, element at list event at event listener. And yeah, I hope this tutorial helped you to understand the basic of this content. I hope I was able to teach you something new or reinforce the knowledge that you already have. Please let me know if you have any questions about it. I will be so happy to answer them with the best of my abilities as soon as I can. Yeah, see you next time, and thank you for seeing this. Bye bye.